I think the reason why James Herbert is, without doubt, one of the most successful genre writers of the last 50, 60 years is because he's a good writer. It is almost as simple as that. He chose to write in the horror genre, but he's a very, very good writer. And this is why I think that people like me and like a lot of others are not averse to reading them for audiobooks, because it's not a struggle. I think we all know when we've got a duff one, and when you have to sit for 4 or 5 days in a studio reading something that is poorly written is a pain. But with Jim Herbert, you never had to do that. He was a really good writer. James Herbert as a man was extraordinary. He was an old rock and roller. He had a set of drums and a guitar and everything. He was an East End. He was a Londoner, very Cockney. Lived in a beautiful house near Brighton. Had a lovely family and was just an enchanting bloke to be around. The unique challenges of narration for an actor, well, one is first and foremost, you have to be a good sight reader. If you're not, then it can take you 3 weeks to record one of these books, let alone 3 days. You need to be able to, not to be reading the line, but to be 2 lines ahead and remembering the line you've just gone through. So you're never taken by surprise by what's coming next. Sight reading, in other words. That's one challenge. The other challenge is not to be boring. You've got to put life into it. You have to put in, and very often, because we're not always dealing with great literature here. Sometimes we do get a Thomas Hardy, which you really don't have to do very much with at all. It's all done for you. But every now and again you do get, shall I say, something that is banal. And then comes a big challenge of bringing something to it that is not necessarily there on the page. The glorious thing is I've had all sorts of people come up to me over the last 30, 40 years mentioning books that I've read. And they remember the journey, because it's nearly always in a car, and they always remember the journey they were taking when they heard my book, or the book that I was recording. Now, that is terrific.